This year, I went with my family to Orlando and we went to many of the parks down there. Not all of them, um, but we went to several of the Disney parks, and I thought it would be fun to rank the attractions at each of those parks. So, first up, the first park that we did was Disney's Animal Kingdom. And this ranking that I have, I think some of the rides and attractions are a little different, but that's okay. We'll talk about them. We did manage to go before the dinosaur area was closed off. My understanding is they're rebuilding it. I don't know if I've heard what they're changing it to, but I will be honest, and I am not at all sad that the dinosaur segment will be leaving. I mean, it's a bit sad that that's the North America part of the park. The whole park is really beautiful how it's laid out, with every section being a different land, a different continent. And I really, Disneyland goes 100%. It goes above and beyond with all of the theming. It was just beautiful. It felt like you were really going to Asia and Africa and these different places. The dinosaur one, it was a little underwhelming, and the dinosaur ride itself was pretty trash, in my opinion. I'm sorry if that ruffles some feathers. This, in my opinion, was essentially the Indiana Jones ride, which, don't get me wrong, I love Indiana Jones, except that it felt like 75% or more of the ride was just pitch black, so you don't even see anything anyway. It just jerks you around, and it really hurt my stomach. It stopped one time and just really caught my gut there. So it was like all of the rocking and rolling of the Indiana Jones ride, but like I said, 75% of the ride was in pitch dark, and the 25% that you could see, it was like, ew, I don't really want to see a lizard being eaten by a dinosaur, or this like creepy looking dinosaur leaning in at you. It's like, no thanks. I even like dinosaurs, so I was hoping to like the ride, but not for me. Triceratops Spin was not there, or at least it wasn't open when I went there, so can't really rake it, I guess. Um, let's see. Cali River Rapids, was that one open? I don't even remember. No, it was open. It was open. It's your pretty typical River Rapids rides. I don't remember it being too special. Of course, the Avatar Flight of Passage, one of the is it the only Pandora ride? I think it's the only Pandora ride. That was pretty phenomenal. I was kind of having an off day, so I was a little taken out of it, but it was my husband and son's favorite ride there, I believe. Let's see. Rafiki's Planet Watch, you kind of just take this kind of janky train, which, was kind of fun to ride a train. But it was like this janky track that was anyway, so it takes you out to this little nature center where you can learn about different animals, and I mean, it was fun. It took a long time to get on the train, this big ride, and there are no attractions at Rafiki's Planet Watch, so it kind of felt like, oh, this is just a way to waste your time to make you, do things and feel like you had a full day. So, I mean, it was fine. It was kind of cute. I like the idea. I just wish there was more at the Planet Watch. Oh, I guess they did do the drawing thing. We just arrived at an awkward time where we were too late to join the animation studio that they were currently doing, and I didn't want to waste the whole day waiting for another one, so that was kind of a bummer to me. I should have just, sat in the back and watched. It's open, unlike it is in Disneyland California Adventure. So in Disneyland California Adventure, you have to be admitted in, but this one you can kind of just walk around and see the class going on. So I could have just, sat at the back or something. Okay, let's go on to Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is really what makes Animal Kingdom special. It was pretty darn cool to see the animals, fairly close. I will say, in my opinion, I think this type of thing would be better. Like it would be better to do the safari at, say, the safari park, I think that, or wild animal park. I don't remember which name they have now. They changed the name. Down in San Diego, I think that one has a little bit, well, it's pretty comparable, I guess. So it was fun. It was neat. It's kind of hard to do, half ride park, half zoo. And so I think they do it pretty well. Let's see. They don't have It's Tough to Be a Bug anymore. I think that was um, the bug movie little 4D film. What they had instead was the Zootopia one. And that was pretty cute. I think it's worth doing. I'll put that, I'll put it here because it's just your typical 4D experience, which is fun, but it's like, that's not why I don't know, for some of the little kids would really enjoy it. Let's see. My, it's hard to say which one I liked less, Dinosaur or the Navi River Journey. Gosh, I think I'll have to put this one up here. So, you know what? Maybe I have to shuffle things. Maybe I have to shuffle things. I'm gonna put Rafiki up here, and I'll even put um, the Zootopia 4D thing up in B tier because the Navi River Journey, I don't, I don't know. It had some beautiful parts of it, but I think part of my experience was dampened because the line took longer than it said it would on the app. So we waited for like an hour, and it was essentially It's a Small World. And don't get me wrong, It's a Small World is fun. There were beautiful things to look at in the Navi River Journey, like all the little blue glowy things in the air. It was pretty. But then we kind of got stuck at the end waiting by this giant Navi woman, and she had this like big foot that was right. I don't know. I'm just like, well, I don't need a giant four-toed foot in my face. So I didn't appreciate that. I know that's kind of a silly thing to say, but it just, it was just, it's a small world. And so to wait for such a long time for that was a little bit disappointing. But like I said, at the beginning, it had some really beautiful things, but I was just annoyed. And last but not least, in my opinion, this was one of the only reasons to go here. I don't know. It was fun to see the safaris. The Avatar Pandora ride thing was pretty cool. But my favorite ride was the Expedition Everest. And it was definitely better than the bobsleds that we have in California. This one's more like a real roller coaster, not some janky bobsleds that are old and, jerky. And it goes forward, it goes backward, it goes forward again, and it's actually fun. And there were parts of it that were kind of creepy and creeped out my son. So anyway, so this is my ranking of the rides and attractions at Animal Kingdom in Orlando. Have a great day!